Morning everybody, welcome to Vista Ventures. I'm Caleb and thanks for joining me. Today we're up here in Tidacton State Forest, going to be tackling the Black Forest Trail again. This is going to be over 2 days. I'm going to do most all of the trail. I think we might end up doing a couple side trails just to do something a little bit different. I'm here with Dan again from Backpacking Adventures. It is little colder this morning than maybe we were expecting, because it's supposed to get pretty warm today, up in the 70s, and it's 30 degrees right now. So we're kind of bundled up here getting started. Kind of starting out at the traditional point here down Slate Run Road, and then we're going to be doing this counterclockwise, which is the way I've always done it. But should be a good trip. Not supposed to be cold at all really tonight. I think the low is high 50s, low 60s, so it should be real comfortable. Might get a little bit of rain tomorrow, but I think it's supposed to be close to 80 degrees tomorrow at one point, so that'll definitely be a nice change of pace. That won't be nearly as cold as some of the recent weather we've been having up here in Pennsylvania. Definitely looking forward to it. And one notable gear change for this trip is I'm going to be using one of Dan's Hilltop frameless packs. Never used a frameless pack before, so we're trying it out for the first time here. So far it feels pretty good. I got my pack weight down to just below 17 pounds, so I think that should be a good test just to see if this is going to be something I'm going to like, or if I'm just going to want to stick with a frame backpack. I mean, I've been using my Granite Gear Crown 2 for, I don't know, probably like 7-8 years or something at this point. You know, it's been doing well for me, but I wanted to try something new since Dan's got a metric ton of backpacks. Figured I could borrow one, try it out, see what it's like. But looking forward to that on this trip as well. You know how you ultralight people are. As he about takes a header. Oh boy, I'm scared. Don't hurt yourself. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was pretty neat. That would have escalated things quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. You're just jealous. Huh. You are jealous because you don't have it.
You're right. You don't. All right, just before 1:30, Dan and I are back on the trail. Stopped back there at the picnic table, had some lunch, wolfed down some calories. We got some miles to make up here. We're going a little slow out of the gate so far this morning, but had some pretty good elevation gain there to start the day, and then the climb down here is very rocky. There's no choice but to take your time, but the rest of the day shouldn't be too bad. We got one good climb coming up here that we got to do, and then I think after that shouldn't be too bad at all. Definitely the winds picked up. Weren't really expecting that, and then it's overcast and stuff, but not too bad. But yeah, when you're just kind of sitting there, it does cool you off a little bit, so just have to take that into consideration tonight on where we end up camping. All right, it's just after 4 o'clock here. We just crossed Route 44. Dan and I each got loaded up with a liter of water here because we were both about out. We were here at this high water route here behind me. I've always kind of wondered what this is like, because as you go down the Black Forest proper here, you end up crossing County Line Branch like 17, 20 times, something like that. It's pretty much impossible not to get your feet wet. So since Dan and I both already done this trail numerous times, we're gonna try this high water route out and see what it looks like. Yeah, it rejoins the Black Forest out maybe about the 18-mile mark or so. And then hopefully maybe this cuts off a little bit of mileage, because we're not hiking as fast as we would like to today, so we can hopefully make it to camp at sometime before 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. We'll see what transpires. So we're gonna start hammering down the trail. All right, it's 7:15. Dan and I made it out here to where we're gonna camp for the night. It's not exactly where we wanted to camp. It turns out there's some people already camped there. So we just kind of tucked down here in the woods making this work. But we each got a setup that I think will last the night. Hopefully no major storms or anything roll in. We should be okay. Yeah, we utilize that high water route. I would say the best thing for that is it would keep you out of that county line branch if it was like real high, like dangerous sort of water, but you're still gonna probably get your feet wet because it was still pretty swampy down through there in several sections, and like some real small stream crossings and stuff like that, but it was pretty much impossible to keep our feet dry. So take that under advisement. I will throw a map in the video here so you can kind of see what we did. I think we ended up utilizing the like Centerio Deshay Trail to the George Wills Trail, and then onto the Refuge Trail is what we ended up doing. But yeah, then that Refuge Trail brought us right out here, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile from where we're camped now. So we're at about the 21-mile mark or so. So we got everything set up. Now I think we're going to try to relax for a little bit and make some food because we're both very hungry after a full day of hiking.
Emergency SOS button. Not good.
Definitely don't want that. We need the SAR bird coming in here after us.
You know what? I don't have any hot spots. Set up mine. Oh, right there. Is that okay right there?
I can move that.
It's close. I don't know.
Tonight on the menu for me, I got this Peak Refuel beef stroganoff. I've had it a couple times before. It's definitely excellent. It is certainly hitting the spot today. We were hiking for, what, 12 hours? 12 hours of hiking. I'm definitely ready for some food. Really hitting the spot. Now I got one of these Quest brownie protein bars for dessert. Hope that'll be good. Put a little peanut butter on there. It'll be excellent. All right, guys, 8:30. Dan and I are both hunkered down in our hammocks for the night. Definitely a full day of hiking. I'm not sure what the exact mileage ended up, but according to my watch, just shy of 50,000 steps. So definitely a full day and 12 solid hours of hiking. So we were definitely done for the day. Really glad that we were able to kind of find this little spot here and be able to make it work. Don't think should be too bad tonight. I think originally it was calling for a chance of rain overnight, but Dan was saying he checked the weather on the way up, and supposedly it's going to be pushed out to maybe tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully that holds true, so we can start out in the dry tomorrow. We're both going to get up at 4:30 with the goal of being on trail at 6. We've got about 19 or so miles to do tomorrow, and then we're hoping to be able to make it down to that. It's like a hotel restaurant deal down in Slate Run. Neither of us have ever eaten there. I checked the hours this morning, and they're open till 8. So hopefully shouldn't have too big of an issue making it there on time. But definitely looking forward to a nice juicy burger if we can find one. So with that, guys, good night. I'll see you in the morning.